The Toyota Supra is one of those all-time classic cult following cars. In 2012, they announced they were bringing out a new Toyota Supra and that there was going to be a partnership with BMW. What? All the haters, all the cult followers immediately jumped up in absolute arms against this whole relationship with BMW. What the hell is going on here? If Toyota are going to build a new Supra, you build it Toyota style. But it didn't work that way, and they didn't listen to the haters of the market, because there's always blooming haters. They went ahead with a BMW partnership. Today we're in the new Toyota Supra, the top of the range GT, and I am so damn happy they went ahead with that partnership, because this thing is an absolute hoot to drive. I am so happy. This thing has put a smile on my face all day. What is this relationship with BMW, you ask? Toyota were hoping to bring their beautiful car, the Supra, back to market, and it was going to be a short production run. So yeah, sure, they could have designed their own inline six, and it has to be a straight six-cylinder engine, because that's what the previous 4 generations have all been, and that's where they've had the real niche in the market. They just love it. The drivers love it. It allows so much upside. It allows so much development on the engines. You know, in effect, souping the car up, tuning the car, adding extras to it. It's just such a flexible benchmark of an engine they've had, a platform of an engine they've had. So they weren't going to develop their own inline six. So who do you go to? I'll tell you who you go to. You go to BMW, who have made a living off their incredible straight six engine over the last, hang on a minute, I get stuck on roundabouts in this thing. It's just so easy to drive. It is just so easy to drive. That is fabulous fun. BMW with their straight six 3-litre turbo, twin scroll turbo. It's one of the best engines on the market. Before we all go to electric and hybrid, etc., when we look back in 20 or 30 years, we will look back at this BMW benchmark of an engine and just think, wow. So if Toyota weren't going to use their own one, who do they go for? They go to the top of the market, and I'm glad they did. With that relationship came a lot of others. I'll tell you what, I've got a BMW at the moment, and I jumped in here and I knew where everything was. Even when you open the door and it reminds you that you don't have the key on you, it makes this little ding. That's a BMW sound. You sit in here, you're looking at the carbon fiber. That's all BMW. The radio gadgets, the gear shifter, the whole iDrive system is all BMW. And why wouldn't you? BMW have already made the mistakes. They've got such a wonderful standalone technology piece. Why wouldn't you take that? I don't understand where the hatred comes from. I know it's the purists, but come on, it's a better car. This is the top of the range car. It comes with a Jbl Stereo system. This is an elite stereo system for an off-the-shelf, non-modified car. This stereo system is fantastic. When I jumped in here this morning, my phone was still playing some gym workout music, and there was some heavy beats, and it came on in the car immediately, and Regulate by Warren G was floating out of this bright yellow Supra, and it brought a smile to my face. Epic sound system. And when I turned it down, I just so happened to have flicked it into exhaust, into sport mode over here, and that was an even better sound system. The car sounds great. Again, it's just stock standard exhausts, and it is fantastic. So you look at this, we'll have a good look around the outside, because there's a lot of opinions on this, and that's what I like about cars like this. It brings good opinion, it brings bad opinion. No opinion's right or wrong, but it just makes you talk about it, and that's what I enjoy. What a lot of people won't know about this car is that it is genuinely a piece of engineering brilliance. So they've used the Bmw chassis straight out of the Z4. It's very similar to the Z4 M40i in in terms of performance, in terms of engine and chassis, it's all straight out of it, and they've used a lot of the same componentry as I've already been through. But what the wonders over at Toyota Engineering Division have managed to do is create one of the best balanced cars on the road. This is perfect 50-50 weight distribution front to back. Very rare you have that. And then it has the almighty engineering holy grail of wheel ratios. It's 1.55. Length between the front and the back and length between the sides is 1.55. That is the absolute engineering perfection for balance of a car. So they've got front to back, they've got sides, they've got length. The ratios of this car are elite. And because of that, it has allowed such a stiff chassis, which means you can throw it into corners without too much roll and just control the whole movement. It's a great fun car to drive. If you don't buy this if you're not a car driver. If you are a car driver and you enjoy seeing your car at the limits, this is just fabulous. So I'm 6 foot with a bit of hair, and it becomes a little bit tough for me to get in and out of, but I'm not going to moan about that because look at this thing. It has got some road presence. I've been in a lot of cars. Recently. It's been a while since I've had a more head-turning car experience, and by that I mean literally people are stopping in the road, getting the phone out, taking video, looking, nudging people. This thing turns heads greatly. It's so aggressive. I love the registration on it. Just go out today and be Supra. I love it. These massive wings. It looks so very butch and sporty. Little thing I do have against it, there are some these little vents. They're not real vents. They look cool, but they're not real vents. You've got a little bit in here. There is some radiator cooling towards the bottom. Then you've got this huge, big scoop that is just super aggressive. These are the standard 19-inch wheels, which on this thing look huge. I do understand why they put these vents here, even though they're not real. It does break up this fairly vast frontage. It is a fairly long bonnet. Think of the BMW Z4. It's always had a really long bonnet. This is a nice way of breaking them up, especially with this huge colour here, which is, on many cars might look a bit silly, but on this, I just think looks sensational. Now follow me around the back here. The back, I think, is my favourite part of the car. Come on round. Huge, everything. Look how muscular these the back arches look. Looks like it's just ready to roll. Now this back for the Toyota Supra is really means business. It's aggressive enough, yet the styling is still very nice. The engineering behind it, I don't know how they managed to get this so well engineered. They are just geniuses over there. It seems a little bit crowded here. The Toyota sign, yes. The Supra sign, yes. The little Toyota, we know it's a Toyota. The GR for this for the Australian market is the GTS, which is what we're driving today. Extra brake lights, just so people know when that's flashing from behind, just to stay away, because the anchors on this thing are elite. Yes, it goes fast, but it also slows fast. What else do I need to say about this thing? I'll tell you what I need to say about this thing. Some styling that I really like, that was very nice for me, is these two bubbles in the roof. Great for aerodynamics, but also great for when you're 6 foot with a load of hair and you sit in the car and the roof actually goes up as well. Great styling, it's great aerodynamics, and it's great for the hairstyle. Fantastic. I'm really impressed with what Toyota have done.
I don't care about what the haters are saying. I'm really glad this was put on the road. And I hope to see many more. There are only 300 available in Australia. They've all gone. We're super fortunate to have one today. And whenever I see one on the road now moving forward, I'll just tip the hat a little bit, because I understand why they bought the car. Really, really Supra.